Good afternoon. This is getting fun. I enjoy this. It's like an everyday occurrence we have this now. I was thinking as I was coming over here what to say and what we're going to talk about, and it's very weird because literally about 2.5 months ago we were having this very same conversation with totally different topics. And we were talking about what we're doing to close everything and how many things are being closed down, the food and beverage, the spa, the pools, et cetera, and stay safe, and we're saying how many people have the virus, et cetera. And today we're going to sit here and tell you about all the things that are opening and all the positive things, and please God, this should be, the start of a whole new beginning for us here of all good things now. So I want to bring you up to date on what is happening on the island, and first and foremost, let me start with the food and beverage because I know that's where most of you have a lot of questions. The food and beverage as of today is open. It will be following the guidelines that you probably received already. They may seem a little tough, a little strange, a little unusual, but believe me, safety comes first. And these are things that we take very seriously for your sake, not for anybody else's. And we will adhere to them extremely safely. We have seen some places that have opened and already closed again because of the fact that people are not adhering to the vigilance of needs that we have to keep people safe. And remember, all of these rules and regulations are for you, not for anyone else. So some of the just highlights of the food and beverage I want to talk about. Obviously, we know the social distancing is going on, but there was some questions that were asked about how the seating works. So let me just briefly tell you that obviously if you and your spouse, you and your family want to sit at a table, there is no questions about it, and you can have a table of 4, 5, or 6 as long as that's the whole family. If you want to sit with another couple, you will be able to sit at a table for 4. We will have special seating, special distancing for it. But you can have a neighbor with you, you can join them, but it can only be 2 couples. However, there will not be any guests from off island allowed at this time on the island. And that's for our own protection. We know the safety measures we're taking here, we don't know the safety measures taken off of the island. In addition to the restaurant opening up, we also are not stopping, and I quote, not stopping takeout. So for those of you that feel more comfortable staying at home, the takeout will continue, the menu you already have, nothing in that area will stop. The only thing that will change going forward, because we now have all the operations going in the food and beverage department, I believe Sundays they will be closed for lunch and dinner, and that will also include takeout. So the reason for this is because of the fact that everything is now starting to open, we want one full day to totally clean the restaurant, have it sprayed down. We want to make sure it's completely sanitized, the kitchen is sanitized, the operation is sanitized. So we want to give everybody a chance to take a day off while we sanitize all of the F&B facilities. But other than that, we will be open 6 days and 6 nights a week. Your takeout will be 6 days and nights, as it always has been. So that will all continue. You will see certain people walking around the restaurant. They are there purposely and only for one reason, and that is to clean and sanitize after every seating. When you leave your table, there will be a 15-minute break before that table can be seated again, where we will have people come over and clean the table, sanitize it, wipe it down, and let it dry properly before the next person comes in. Everybody's temperature will be taken when they come to the restaurant to make sure. You will be asked a list of questions, both when you make your reservation and when you get there. Let me stress though, do not use the Open Table app to make a reservation. It has to be done on the phone so they can ask you certain pertinent questions that are very important. So if you're coming, please make a reservation because we have everything spaced out in different seatings with different table allocations, and we want to make sure everyone has a table when they get to the restaurant so there's no waiting. There will be bar service for the tables, but there will be no seating at the bar. So that's a little bit of what will be happening in the restaurant. Stephanie has already sent out very extensive guidelines as to the restaurant, what's going to happen, the rules and regulations. As for the pool, I know you've heard that pools are now allowed to open this Monday, and that is correct. The buildings will now be opening their pools in terms of whatever their guidelines are. The POA does not have anything to do with the individual pools. Our pools will not open on Monday. We want to make sure that all the protocols can be put in place. We will be having somebody check your membership when you get to the pool area. The pool bar will not be open at this point, but we want you to bear with us because we are anticipating opening the pool and the snack bar very shortly thereafter, but it just will not be this Monday because we want to sanitize the pool area. We want to make sure the seating is set up properly. We want to make sure the restaurant is open properly, and we want to have staff there ready to facilitate when you get there. So use your buildings. You all have pools in the buildings, but they will not be opening the pool at this time for at least another week to 10 days. At such time that we do open it, of course, we'll give you an announcement of it, and then it'll be on certain hours. There will be certain spacing of the chairs at the pool deck, but that will be going along with the guidelines that we're given to work with. So that's a little about the pool area. However, as I get into the spa area, the spa will be getting ready. We hope that within the next 2 weeks we will be able to open up the building itself, at least upstairs. At this time though, what we are doing is we will be opening up the pool at the pool area of the club over here on the Island Club for classes only. And they will be monitored by Carrie's group and the staff of the group to make sure that the classes are handled properly, they're distanced properly, but that will only be for classes, not for the public use other than that. The spa itself right now does have the Zoom classes, so if you feel comfortable, you can stay at home and take your classes that way. We now have opened up the Pilates rooms inside the building, and it's by reservation appointment only. You get a private room when you do it. There will be no other people unless it's your spouse or someone who you live with or a family member that can join you if you want to have a duo, but there are Pilates classes. The main room of the spa has been opened, divided into 3 sections, and you can have private training classes in that room as well. But the gymnasium portion where the equipment is not at this point open. The downstairs and wet areas are not open. There will be no massages at this time. So the only 2 areas that are open upstairs will be the private classes, or you can get them where they're done outside if you're more comfortable, and the Pilates, and we will be doing the pool classes as well. We do anticipate when we open the spa, and hopefully it's in a couple of 3 weeks, as soon as it can, we'll open it. It will be done again by reservations, where we will allow a certain number of people in the various rooms at any given time to limit the spacing and limit the number of people that are using the equipment. So after every usage, we can clean it, wipe it, and take care of it in a sanitized manner. So at this point now, there is nothing else opening up in the spa, but there's so much that can still be done now. And we're looking into summer camp as well for both tennis and the spa for the kids, as we did last year. But we're still under the guidelines of the state, and we have not been given the go-ahead. They know they're anticipating starting camps very shortly, and we are taking names and taking waiting lists for it, but at this point we can't give you an official opening because we don't have that information yet. We do anticipate, though, that there will be some kind of summer camp for both tennis and health and fitness coming up shortly. As for the tennis, we all know that it is already open for singles and doing extremely well. We have opened up the bathrooms at Med Village, but it's 1 person at a time. We are now opening up the pro shop in the tennis facility, and we're allowing up to 3 people at a time in the pro shop. Registration, however, will still be done outside, as it always is being done right now, to limit the number of people going in. If you're there, you may see that certain changes are possibly being made to the pro shop. And the anticipation will be, and you'll get more reports on this next week, we are looking to expand the grab and go to a very nice, like a little French boutique of fresh made muffins and croissants, takeout, sandwiches with baguettes. And in addition to that, we will have a complete coffee bar and a health juice bar included, and deli. So little by little, we'll be getting ready to announce what that's going to be, but that will be the new Island Club. We're going to redo at some point in the near future the whole tennis area outside with beautiful tables and chairs and little areas to dine with. So you can have your lunch outside, you can bring your dog with you if you'd like. You can play tennis and come in or go to the health spa and then afterwards come down and get a healthy smoothie or a health drink, whether it's a green drink or carrot drink or whatever you might like. But we will be offering all of those. So the anticipation is that it will be 3 components. It will be the grab and go as we have. We're going to expand it a little more to have some cheeses and wines and other areas of items. We will have a very cute little muffin bar that will have the croissants, the takeouts, the baguettes, the little sandwiches, pre-made, and breakfast muffins. And then we will also have the deli meats, corned beef, pastrami, salami, whatever. Health foods, a lot of vegan foods will be there. But the exciting thing also will be, for the health conscious, all of these great drinks and these health drinks that SPAR has been wanting for quite a while. So we will have a complete array of those as well. So if you see work being done down there, we hope to open this up by the middle or late July, maybe early August. We're working on it right now, but that's what is coming for that room. And I think it's something that when we did the survey of the island, that was #1 item that people missed, the Island Club and the Island Cafe, and that's exactly what we want to add to it. So that will be coming as well in the future. As far as the tennis, I've told you what we're doing with that. Hopefully in the next week to 10 days, the state will release it and we can now have doubles allowed to play. So until that time, it's still singles, but we are anticipating very shortly doubles will be allowed. And once that happens, we will get into that. We've also had a lot of calls and questions regarding the gift cards. And the board met and we felt that #1, there is quite a few people that presently have gift cards that have not redeemed them and not used them. So I want to tell you, please use them. We're giving you a year to spend the money on those. So you have plenty of time to use them, but they will expire next April of 2021. So please use your gift cards if you have them. Going forward, you can buy gift cards. They will have 1-year expiration date to give to anybody that you choose to give. However, the gift cards will not be applied against your minimum. So you're more than welcome to buy them. You can give them to anybody you want. They can be used for anything on the island, but they don't get applied against your minimum. It's just a normal gift card that you would buy as a gift for anybody that you wish to give. So I think those are some of the areas that we're getting ready to open. You know that we have the exit gate that has now a system in place to check people coming in. And I have to tell you, it's almost comical because we've actually had letters of complaints from other buildings telling us, when are we going to open up the gate again because they can't come in and walk their dog. And it's almost comical that they don't want to walk the dog on their own areas, they want to come here to walk their dog. So obviously the system is working quite well. We will be putting in a permanent system. We're in the process of bidding it out now, and hopefully also over the summer sometime, you will see a beautiful gate installed on the exit. You will have a fob system pedestrian gate put in. You will have a manned guard there during the day, and at night, of course, it will be based on a fob system walking in, and it will have security cameras. And we feel security of the island is extremely important, and we feel this is going to help quite a bit. And as we have seen that it's working, we are getting tons of complaints about people being stopped from coming in that don't live here. So it's obviously doing its job and doing it well. The dog park is open. You can bring your dogs over there. You can party with them there. It is now open. So that has happened. The kiddie park is not open yet, and I know we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. But that's something that until the state says we're allowed to open up camps and kiddie parks and things like that, we're going to refrain from that. So what I would like to do at this point is, before we end, you all know who Stephanie DeThomas is. We're going to take a moment break, and she's going to join me, and she's going to ask me all the questions that she's been receiving, and we'll try to answer all the residents' questions. Thank you. Hi, welcome back. We have with us now Stephanie DeThomas, who is our marketing guru of the island, and she's the one that keeps us informed. She keeps us safe, and she makes sure that if there's anything you want to know, you contact Stephanie and she will get you the answer. And we thought, because she's had so many questions from so many of you, the residents, that we would add her to come here today and ask the questions that she's been hearing from you and try to give you a live update answer to anything she wants to know or anything you want to know. So introduce and say hello and welcome everybody.
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Shelley. Welcome everyone to our question and answer session. I'm Stephanie DeThomas. I am social distancing with my partner here, Mr. Bob Shelley. From what I've heard, the dog park is open and there will be hand sanitizers and social distancing, not with the dogs, but with the people.
Yes, the dogs, unfortunately, we haven't taught to social distance, but it is open. There will be a requirement of masks when you're there with your dog. There will be sanitizers. But it is important to social distance because it's tempting because of the dogs running around and everything that people forget. So please wear your masks, and I'm sure the dogs are going to have a great time coming back to potty again, but it opens up.
Yep. Okay. And how about the children's playground, the tot lot? Will that be opening?
Hopefully we're going to open that in a couple of weeks. We haven't gotten the approval from the state or the city yet on the tot lot, but hopefully that should be happening. Of course, when it does, we will have a number of people at a time allowed onto the park. They will have to wear masks, including the children, unfortunately. But at this point, we don't know what the rules and regulations will be, so we can't give you a definitive answer on that.
Okay.
But hopefully that will be very shortly.
Okay. And then that brings up the summer camp. What we'll be doing for summer camp. I know the city has said they will be doing it, but we're waiting for, I believe, for more information.
Yeah, the city gave us the impression from the calls we've had with the state that the summer camp programs will be allowed to open very shortly. We are taking a waiting list now. We've gotten quite a few calls for people that wanted to be there and have their children enrolled in the camp. So we're anticipating that, I don't know when, but sometime probably by the middle or later part of June, the camps will be ready to go. And we will have a tennis camp, and we will have the social camp as well for the kids. And in addition, we have learning centers for them. We have computer classes. So I believe when you check with Carrie in the spa, and obviously Stephanie will send out a memo on this, we are expanding some of the facilities that we will have for the children this summer. But we do anticipate the camp opening up for the summer. Yes.
Okay, great. I know the tutoring was a big question because with all of the distance learning, some of the parents wanted to see if the tutoring was going to be available as part of the summer camp, just to reinforce some of the lessons that their children might not have learned fully at the end of the term.
Yes, it will be available. We had it last summer and it was very successful, and we have rehired him for this summer to do that very thing. And most likely we will be taking a designated private room this year, so we can have more privacy, more distancing, more sanitization of it, and we will give the kids an opportunity to have special private lessons and classes for that purpose.
Okay, great. Also, the Island Club pool, that has been a hot topic. When will the Island Club pool be reopening?
Well, the state said that as of June 1st, the pools can open. We will not be able to open our pool probably for about another week to 10 days because we want to make sure the whole area is properly sanitized. We want to get the snack bar open properly. We have to do a complete cleaning of it. And at this point now, we're anticipating a week to 10 days. Fortunately, all the buildings can open, so the need for this pool to be open right away isn't as important to us, but it will be opening probably by mid-June. It will definitely be opened. There'll be distancing of it, there'll be less chairs on it. We will have somebody checking, because when the pool opens, it will only be for residents of Williams Island, and it will not be for guests from outside, and it will not be for other islands that are allowed to walk on our island, because it has to be strictly for the residents of Williams Island, and they will have to be bringing proof that they're a resident on this island, and then we will have somebody at the desk, a hostess, checking everybody that comes to the pool area. But when we open, we will also be opening our snack bar as well.
Okay, great. Well, making the rounds on the island, now the next stop is tennis, the doubles tennis play. A lot of questions on when doubles will be back.
We are expecting within 2 weeks the doubles should be back. That is on the next set of openings that we have understanding coming from the state, and we've been given the impression that within a couple of weeks they should be opening up the doubles on it. And as soon as we do, we'll let you know, but we are ready to open. However, we now have opened the bathrooms at Med Village tennis courts. Those are open because I know we had quite a few people that were concerned. Understand the bathrooms are one at a time because they're sanitized quite frequently, but please adhere to that as well. But hopefully doubles will open up very shortly.
Okay, great. And then a lot of them tennis members ask, okay, great, the doubles, the singles, and then now for the island shop. When can they get their favorite salad or treat after they've had a game of tennis?
Well, that's very exciting news because, as I had mentioned earlier, when we reopen the island shop, and we're working on it right now, it's going to be an expanded shop and it's going to be very exciting. It will encompass sandwiches, it will encompass the grab and go kinds of food, salads and different drinks and such. We'll also be enhancing it with wine and cheese, but we're also going to have a beautiful little French pastry shop that will have all kinds of baguettes and muffins and croissants and such. And then in addition, we're going to have a deli bar that will have fresh made sandwiches, pastrami, corned beef, roast beef, turkey, salads, tuna, egg salad. And in addition to all of those, part of it will be a juice bar of all health drinks.
Okay.
So if you're at the spa, you want to come down, you want to have a green drink, you want to have carrot drinks or whatever they are, it will have a full array. There's a company called Joe's Juice. As an example, if you go online and look at the menu, it's going to be very similar to those kind of health drinks. Carrie from the spa has been very much involved with this. And we will also have exotic coffees as well, cappuccinos, lattes, and specialty coffees. So when it does open, which will be very soon, it will be a combination of the pastries, the bakery, the grab and go, deli sandwiches, and all of the hot and cold health drinks.
Okay, that sounds like a great TV filming segment. We'll call you Barista Bob, and we can have you.
Well, we're not sure what we're going to call it, Jim.
Yeah.
I think we should call it Stephanie's, don't you? I think that's
so.
going to be.
I think so.
It has a nice ring, but we will. We'll do a whole TV opening of that.
Okay.
Robert, the new food and beverage director, is working on that right now with us, but we're very excited about that. And that will be in the pro shop of the tennis shop.
Okay.
And in addition to that, what we intend to do is enhance the patio area with beautiful table seatings and possibly a little wet bar out there that people can have drinks and cocktails in the evening as well. But we're very excited about doing this. We will have a little bit of breakfast foods there, breakfast muffins and things of that sort. And we're excited. This is going to be very much one of the biggest items that was asked of us when we did this, the strategic plan last year. The number one item people asked for was the Island Club, to come back to the Island Cafe idea.
Yeah.
So I think this will be a great enhancement to what we have on the island. And the focal point will be that whole tennis terrace. We'll have the tennis pro shop, with the spa there, we have the restaurant, and now we're going to have the cafe there as well downstairs.
Yeah, a lot of people have asked, they miss having somewhere to, to have a light breakfast, something not lunch, not brunch, but something for breakfast. So that'll be a great spot.
We're going to have, it's our idea to have different types of baguettes, croissants, breakfast, lunch, and egg sandwiches, those kind of items.
Great.
We'll also have all kinds of coffee drinks, coffee items as well, but we will have breakfast items there as well for people.
Okay.
So we do anticipate opening that up. We hope to open like at 9:30, 10 in the morning.
Okay.
People can come down after they eat, have a little snack, but there will be breakfast foods there as well.
Okay, great. Well, the last question that we have received, I know all of our spa and fitness enthusiasts are asking, when will the spa be open? But
Well, the spa we anticipate opening, and I had a meeting with Carrie and the staff yesterday. We are preparing the spa to be open hopefully sometime in mid to later part of June. And we've already started making opening plans for the spa. We anticipate the first part of it will be we open the upstairs. Presently right now we have private classes upstairs and we have Pilates upstairs.
okay,
What will most likely happen is, because of the fact that we want more distancing, we will have certain numbers of people allowed in the gym portion of it where all the equipment is first,
okay,
and that will get opened. And you will make a reservation so we know how many people to anticipate at any given time in the weight rooms, in the gym, etc.
Okay.
The same thing with the bikes when we open those. There won't be as many used at one time, and the classes will be reduced down. We also intend to use the Island Club to enhance some of the classes as well, and we're going to take the ballroom and take certain space in there and have additional private classes and dance classes and lecture series and health facilities in there as well. But we do anticipate all of this to start opening sometime around mid to late June.
oh, wonderful, great.
Yeah, so we're expecting by July 4th weekend, hopefully the entire island is back open, and we have everything hopefully as new normal as can be open.
Yeah, I think that'll be wonderful because a lot of our members who usually go up north for the summer are staying here on the island, and this will be great for them. A lot of new opportunities for them to enjoy.
Well, you and I can try all these things out and make sure that they work right.
I think this sounds great. We'll move our filming segment.
I think we should. I think we should.
Okay, great.
But all is good. And like I said, we hope by the end of this month, June, to have everything open under the new rules, under the new guidelines. The danger of all of this that we really, really worry about is when you look at television at some of these scenes where people are opening up some of these places now, unfortunately, people are not adhering to the rules and regulations, and it's frightening to think it could come back.
Yeah.
So one of the things that we feel on the island, we've been extremely fortunate. We've been diligent in maintaining the distancing, the usage of masks, and because of it, we've had amazing success. We intend to be very strict when we open facilities on the island that people do adhere to these rules and regulations, whether it be taking your temperature when you enter the facility, whether you wear masks or not, and we will ask people to leave if they don't adhere to this, because remember, it's not us, it's everybody, and you affect other people more than yourself when you don't adhere to this. So enjoy everything here, have a lot of fun with it. It's here for you. We've weathered the worst of the storm. And I have to tell you, it's still, as I said at the beginning, it's hard to imagine. It's almost 3 months ago that we started doing this, telling people things are closing, and now today we're sitting here telling everyone how things are opening. The last thing we want to do is have another session where we have to talk about things closing again. So please stay healthy, stay well, listen to Stephanie. She'll keep you posted with everything, but please be smart and use common sense. We're all neighbors here, and whatever we do affects everybody. So just stay well, and we'll be back next week to bring you up to date on the next news.
Stay safe and keep your questions coming. We're happy to answer them.
Thank you.